How you doing, my people? Um, I'm back with a second video of the Red Ice Hockey uh, playoffs. Stanley Cup tournament. And I know if I don't know if you've seen the first video where I had the four uh, teams right that are competing to go to the Stanley Cup finals, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show y'all what I had going on yesterday. I played a game, the games. Um, the New Jersey Devils here is that one? Yeah, the New Jersey Devils. They beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-2 for them to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals. So the New Jersey Devils are in the championship event, and they're just waiting for the winner out of the Vancouver Canucks and the New York Islanders. Now, the New York Islanders, yesterday, I played with them against the Canucks. Well, I played both of them. And David Hardy beat Alex Woodyard, the Vancouver Canucks, 3-2. So, guess what? I'm just going to tell y'all, this is like almost like a Cinderella story, or, with the Red Sox when they faced the Yankees like years ago, and you know how they were down on a 0-3 deficit, and Boston was able to come back and win four in a row and make it to the World Series and actually also win the championship title. So here we might have one of those, but like I said, they were down 0-3, the New York Islanders. So they came in overtime and they beat them. The Islanders beat the Canucks in overtime 2-1. You know, 19 shots on goal by the Canucks, 20 by the Islanders. So it was a pretty good, real good game. And look, let me show you where I have them. With they're down 0-3. Where they at? Yeah, right here. When the Canucks won their last game 2-1, they went up on the series 3-0, and now we find ourselves in Game 7. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know that I said I was going to record the championship only, but this game right here, I had to really record it. So let's go ahead and just be a witness and experience, um, you know, this event. This is a real special and a big, huge event. Two teams that are going to battle today to see who's going to go on and face the New Jersey Devils at the Stanley Cup Finals. So uh, let's do no more talking. Let's go ahead and get to the game. And I already have everything set up. Here the New York Islanders. And when I said in my first video where I said that the home and the away team didn't matter for me, well, let me reverse that back. Let me go ahead and rephrase that, because it does matter. All right. So I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and make a correction on that. So there is, an advantage, right, for the away team that comes to visit the home team. So yeah, so you have all this for me. It does matter. So I want to go ahead and just make I want to, give an apology if I said that in the first video where I said I didn't care. Well, I do care, right? So the Vancouver Canucks are coming back for Game 7 in their own home arena, playing in thousands of their own fans. So let's see if their fans can give them a lot of energy for them to win this game, because they're gonna need it, and they're gonna need a lot of luck, because the New York Islanders, despite that they were down on this series 0-3, they were able to come back to win to win three in a row, and for them to tie the series and now find themselves in the biggest, greatest situation of their lives and their careers, for them to go to a Game 7. And of course, it's gonna be tough for them, because they're gonna be at in Vancouver, Canada. So they're gonna have to do their best to win this game. So here we go. Game 7 is on the way, and let's see who's gonna win the face-off. Offense. This is gonna be the Vancouver Canucks. All right, Game 7 is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. So who is gonna make it to the Stanley Cup Finals to face the New Jersey Devils at the championship, to compete for that beautiful Stanley Cup trophy? Let's see. Here comes the roll of the Vancouver Canucks. That's going to be an 8 on their offense. So, oh man, right off the bat, Is this a score? Eight. No, they missed it. So, oh well, but they were getting closer. So the Vancouver Canucks already giving them early warning signs that they are coming here to play. They're not messing around. They want to win this Game 7 and advance to the championship event because they are tired. I mean, they said we've had enough, and we let y'all, we allowed y'all to come back on us to win 3 games and tie the series. While we had it, they just were 1 game away from sweeping them. But here it comes. We're here, and the New York Islanders have new life, and they 1 game away from facing the Devils at the championship. Here we go. And the defense for the New York Islanders, let's see, what is it? It's going to be a 12-14 at the defense of the Canucks. What am I doing over there? That's for the Vancouver Canucks. 14 in their defense is nothing. So good defense by the Canucks. I'm trying to do it this as quick as I can because, I have to go to work too in about a half an hour from now. Here we go. So it's a 4 shots on goal. That's going to be 1 shot on goal. So both teams have started extremely slow right now. Each team with 1 shot only on goal. I'm doing this because this erasable marker right here is running out of already, ink. I don't know if you could say it that way. I have more. I have some extra ones, but I don't feel like getting up out of, or I probably will have to because that thing's already running out. Let's see. Here comes the Vancouver Canucks. They have a 9 on defense. I already know that's nothing. So that's nothing. So that's an extra goal. Here comes the Vancouver Canucks. How many shots on goal? Oh, that's a lot of them. 11. That's 4 shots on goal. Okay. So they came out firing. And I'm also having me a little coffee, before I go to work. Here we go. Here comes New York Islanders possession. That's an 11 against the defense of the Canucks. Nothing. Good defense by the Canucks. That's what I'm talking about. Both teams are playing good defense, and that's going to be a 5. The New York Islanders only get 1 shot on goal. All right, and we're going to the final segment of the first period. Still a scoreless game here in Game 7 between the New York Islanders and the Vancouver Canucks. One of these teams are going to go, whoever wins can advance to face the New Jersey Devils at the Stanley Cup Finals. This is a 5 against the defense of the New York Islanders. Uh-oh, wait a minute. 5, no, it's nothing, it's blank. Good defense by the New York Islanders. I thought that was like at least 2 goals. Because the New York Islanders, they give up twice 2 goals at the row of 3 and the row of 6. So that's really a lot of goals that the New York Islanders defense gives up. That's going to be a 9 for the Canucks, and that's going to be about 3 shots on goal. So that's 8 total shots for them in that first period after their third segment came to an end. Now here comes the New York Islanders. What are they gonna get here? That's gonna be on defense. That's gonna be a 9, so that's nothing. That's an extra goal. So let's see how many shots on goal for the New York Islanders. 5. Whew. Man, they were sluggish in this period. So the New York Islanders only 3 shots on goal that whole period. So it is all knotted up at 0-0. Man, this thing's running out on me. I think I'm gonna have to get another erasable marker. I'm gonna have to open up a new box that I bought last week at the Family Dollar store. So here we go. That's 3 shots on goal and 8 shots on goal. So the Canucks outshooted the New York Islanders in that first period. All right, so now we're going into the second period. Who's going to go into the face-off? Who's going to win it? Defense, and that's going to be the New York Islanders. And here we go. So the New York Islanders, what are they going to get here? This is going to be an 8 against the defense of the Canucks. Let's see. This might be a goal. 8. No, it's nothing. So good job by the defense of the Canucks. How many shots on goal for, man, this New York Islander team? They're just getting one shot on goal every segment. So it's like they're not shooting the puck aggressive enough. And the Canucks are the ones that are making the most shots because they want to win this game. They do not want to. They do not want to lose this game after being up 3-0 in the series, and then for the New York Islanders to come back and beat them 4-3. I mean that's going to be humiliating, especially in their own home arena. You know, that's embarrassing for them. So they do not want to go through that. They're trying their best. They're shooting, and they're trying to come up with a goal, but it's really tough right now. It's kind of hard. That's 8 against the defense of the Islanders. Goal. Yeah, 6-8. Yeah, that's a goal. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the Canucks are up now in the board 1-0. Wow. Good roll right there by Alex Woodyard. And this Canucks. And how many shots? Man, look at this. 11. That's going to be 4 shots plus the goal. That's 5 shots on goal. And I'm telling you, right now, the Canucks are out shooting the New York Islanders 13 shots to 4 on goal. And they are up now by a goal, 1-0 on the New York Islanders. Here comes the New York Islanders, 13 in their offense. So let me see if this is a power play. 13, yeah, it is a power play. So it's the first power play today by any team. And there hasn't been that many, power plays at all. Here we go. The New York Islanders are going to shoot in their offensive chart power play. That's going to be 16-0. Okay. The good thing that they don't give up shorthanded goals. Here we go. How many shots on goal? 7, 2 shots only. So here we go. The second segment now for the Canucks. The Canucks are up 1-0. Here we go. And this is going to be a 12 against the defense of the New York Islanders. That's going to be a power play opportunity for the Canucks. That's their first one all day. Here we go. They're going to shoot against the defense power play chart of the New York Islanders. Here comes the Vancouver Canucks. Can they score a goal? That's going to be a 9-11, a 11-0. Okay, there's nothing there. Blank. How many shots on goal by the Canucks? That's going to be 8, and that's 3 shots on goal for Vancouver. All right, now we're going to the final segment of the New York Islanders. The New York Islanders, they're down by a goal. Let's see if they can tie this game in this segment before the end of the second period. That's going to be 14 on defense. Defense 14-0. Oh, man. This Vancouver Canucks defense is playing the best defense that they've played so far this whole series. Look at this. 4. Let's see. 4 is only 1 shot on goal. So, man, this New York Islanders team is just, they're just lazy. Too lazy. And they're not really shooting enough shots in order for them to have an opportunity for scoring chances, scoring chance goals. So here we go. Here comes the Vancouver Canucks. In the final segment, this is going to be a 12 against the defense of the New York Islanders. 12 will be a power play opportunity. The second one already for the Vancouver Canucks. So this is the last segment for the end of the period. Of the second period. So here we go. The Vancouver Canucks, they're going to shoot against the defense power play chart of the New York Islanders. The Islanders do give up a lot of power play goals. Let's see if they can score a goal here. That's going to be a 7 goal, and they score. And now they are up 2-0. And the Vancouver Canucks, they just are really right now excited, because they know they're just one period away from advancing to the Stanley Cup Finals to face New Jersey. So That's 11, 4 fives. That's 5 shots on goal. Oh my God, 13 shots in that second period. And this is for 7 shots on goal uh, for the New York Islanders. 13, 21 shots on goal for the Canucks. Look at that. They out shooting them by 14 better. Oh man. That's what speaks a lot about this Vancouver Canucks team. They're just too good defensively and also offensively. So here comes the face-off. New York Islanders, they need to start shooting the puck more aggressive because they on their way of getting eliminated, and all that effort for them to come back off 0-3 deficit is going to be worth nothing. So here we go. The Vancouver Canucks, what can they do here? Starting the third period. Can they score another goal? That's going to be 11-13 in their offense. 13, and that'll be a power play. That's already the third one for Vancouver. Let's see what they do here in their own offense. They don't score that many power play goals, so let's see. See, they can add another goal. That's going to be a 13, no, nothing. So, how many shots on goal? The Vancouver Canucks, they're going to hit 7. That's 2 shots on goal. So right now they're at 23 shots to 7 of the New York Islanders. They're out shooting New York by 16 shots better. So here we go. The New York Islanders, they have to do their best. They only have 3 more segments. They got to make it up. Here we go. 7 in their offense. This might be a goal for the New York Islanders. 7. No, they came up empty-handed. It's blank. I cannot believe it. If they would have hit one more, like an 8, that would have been a goal. Or a 4, that would have given 2 goals and tied this game. So no goal right there. They come up empty. That's 10. Finally, they come up with some good shots on goal. They fired the puck better now, more. So that's the best segment they've had out of all the segments they played since the first period. So here we go. Second segment for the Vancouver Canucks. They're just, man, Vancouver, they need to just hang in there and not allow New York to come back on them. Here's an 8 against the defense of the New York Islanders. Goal! Oh my God. And Vancouver, they add another goal, and now they have 3 of those goals. Man, they're up 3-0 now. And Vancouver is on their way to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals. Just 2 more segments. I mean, 1 more segment for them, but they have to wait for 2 more segments for New York. And this game is over, and they're advancing. They're going to advance to the Stanley Cup Championship. Here we go. A 9, and that's going to be 3 shots plus the goal. That's 4 shots on goal for them now. Unbelievable. In Vancouver, this probably got to be the greatest, if not the best performance in this whole entire series, you know, against New York. Here we go, New York. They're going to shoot they have to do something, man. They cannot stay like this and not, score anything. It's a 6 against the defense. 6, goal, and they finally get on the board. New York scores there in that second segment. So finally, they cut the lead back to 2. It's now 3-1, Vancouver. How many shots on goal for them? That's 8, 3, and plus 1 to go. 4 shots on goal. Okay, they're starting to shoot the puck better in this third period than what they did in the first and second. They're starting to wake up, but they're gonna need more than that. They're gonna have to hit a spot where it's 2 goals in 1 segment in order for them to tie this game. But here comes Vancouver. It's gonna try to shoot and score another goal, just in case, just to secure this thing for a victory. Let me see. 12 and 17 on the defense of New York. The New York Islanders, nothing. Good defense. That's a blank right there. Okay, good defense by the New York Islanders. How many shots on goal for the Vancouver Canucks? And that is only 5 right there. So 5 is only 1 shot on goal. All right, so here we go. The final one. So the New York Islanders, they can they need to hit a miracle here if they want to tie this game and force it overtime. They're gonna have to hit a 4 here on this roll. They're gonna have to roll 4 in order for them to get 2 goals in 1 second in this last segment here and tie the game at 3-3. So here we go. New York Islanders gonna need a lot of luck. Here we go. Can they get it? No, that's gonna be a 14 against the defense of the Vancouver Canucks. Defense 14-0, and there you go. The Canucks are gonna advance to the Stanley Cup Finals to go on and face the New Jersey Devils. 8, that's 3 shots on goal in that final segment for the New York Islanders. So they shot the puck better in this third period, 11 shots on goal. So there you go. Vancouver wins it 3-1. 11, that's 18 shots on goal. They finished the game for the New York Islanders, and Vancouver had 21, 23, 27, 28, 28 shots on goal for the Vancouver Canucks offense. And those 28 shots on goal, that's what got them their 3 goals to win it. And for them to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals and to face the New Jersey Devils and to compete for that trophy. It's going to be a real good game, and I'm going to really, I'm going to record, of course, that game and upload it on YouTube here for y'all to watch it, you know. And it's going to be a real good Stanley Cup Finals game, 7-game series. So here we go. New York Islanders, they lose it 3-1 to the Vancouver Canucks. And yeah, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We just witnessed a real great game here. The New York Islanders, they did the best they could to try to come back in this series, and they did real well. You know, they were down on a deficit 0-3 in the series, and they were able to, you know, make it here into this, to be in this situation, and they were this close of advancing to the Stanley Cup Finals to go on and face the Devils, but they came up short. And today they did not show up like they did yesterday. Even though, you know, it doesn't make of a big difference because they only came up with 2 goals in overtime. They were all tied up at 1-1 in regulation. They had to go to overtime, so they only got 20 shots on goal and 19 from the Canucks. But like I said, New York, I said to myself, if New York could play more aggressive, more better than what they did yesterday in Game 6, I'm pretty sure today in Game 7 they would have had a chance, right, to beat Vancouver. But they played a little bit more bad than what they did yesterday. So only 18 shots on goal and only came up with 1 goal. So I already knew that Vancouver was going to just walk on them easily. So there you go, my friends. Vancouver Canucks wins it 3-1 in regulation against the New York Islanders, and they're going to go on and face the New Jersey Devils at the Stanley Cup Finals. So thanks a lot for watching this video. Hope y'all liked it. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment if you don't mind, and I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Y'all take it easy, and you know, have a blessed day. Peace.